Should have went into my other form. Hey! Sorry. Got tired. Can't do the other form and wear this hat at the same time. The horn's sticking out. You guys know the drill. Alright. Okay. So, we got everything good. Everything's great. Let me check the audio real quick. Okay, sounds good to me. Alright, guys. Greetings, creatures and humans alike. I am MagiQDog, and tonight we shall be reacting to One Piece, Chapter 1106. So, yeah. This is the chapter I've been waiting for. Because apparently there's going to be a lot of good stuff happening in this chapter. What's also the chapter I thought was going to come out Wednesday, but it didn't. So, better late than never. So, yeah. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Let's see. Alright, so the chapter is called On Your Side. And we see Robin pretty much giving a crocodile a cute outfit. Very nice. Very nice. On the shirt it says La Costa. And the crocodile's wearing some cool shades with a surfboard and all that stuff. They're on like a small little island. See a little sea shack behind them with a palm tree. Let's see. Let's see. Anything noteworthy on here? Other than the fact that I find it surprising that she's talking to a crocodile, since, you know, like, Warlord Crocodile and all that stuff. But yeah. Oh, he's got a little bow at the end of his tail. How nice. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the cover page. So, with that, page 1. No, he's not really human. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to. So, we pretty much open up to a ship that's kind of shadowed out, approaching Egghead Island just as it's being bombarded. And you hear a voice saying, "Wow, look at those guys! They're really going at it, just like how the paper says!" Cutting over, we see Luffy pretty much digested all of his food, going back to his regular self, which freaks out the Marines as a couple of guys are saying like, he just ate all that, digested all that food at once. Oh man, I feel like I'm next. Is he a cannibal? I don't know. I don't even think he's human at this point. Let's see. Suddenly one of the cannons fired and almost hit the Marines. The Marines are like, "Whoa! We gotta watch out here! Oh no! We're getting surrounded by the flames!" All the while, we see Luffy smiling and changing into Gear 5! And all the while he's doing that and just not having a care in the world, the soldiers are pretty much telling each other, "Okay, we cannot stay on this island anymore. And even though he's an emperor, we are going to put sea prism stones, handcuffs, on him on the count of 3. 1, 2, page 2. Got you guys, didn't I? Okay, so uh, Egghead is still getting bombarded as you hear, the countdown. Like I said, 1, 2. All the while, soldiers are just the ships are just firing left and right. You hear soldiers screaming, "Get on the ship! Egghead is done for! Get out of there, man!" We see, we see, we see one of the Navy Vice Admirals who's got a scar on his side. I don't know if it's a Vice Admiral or Rear Admiral. Either way, we hear him telling the other soldiers like, "Turn that island into a sea of flames! From the shores inward out! Go, men, go!" As the cannon fire just keeps firing onto the island. Cutting over to Vegapunk and the others, he's looking up to see that Kuma, Bonney, Atlas, Frank, Bonney, Kuma, Atlas, and Frankie are falling down while Sanji is skywalking it. We hear, but we see Vegapunk yelling out to them like, "Kuma, Bonney, Atlas, come in, Atlas! You gotta get them out of there!" Let's see. Oh, I didn't do my old man voice. Hang on. "Kuma, Bonney, Atlas, come in, Atlas! You gotta get them out of there!" It works. Like I said, I'm still recovering from my sickness from the previous stream, okay? Anyways, we didn't see Saturn just looking just stone-faced, saying, "Shoot that foolish family down, once and for all. Make sure they pay for everything that they've done to us." And we see the PX-3s charging up their lasers about to fire. However, page 3. Okay, so that was a really short read, but basically, sky view downwards, we hear Kuma telling Atlas like, "Atlas, you need to tell Bonney this." And we see Atlas like, "Are you sure? All right, I'll do it." All the while we see Sanji coming up saying, "Bonney, I'm coming. Just wait up. Man, you guys are really high." All the while we see Atlas falling over to Bonney and whispering something to her ear, which makes Bonney's eyes widen with sweat coming down. We then see the PXs beginning to fire. Page 4. Oh, something's happening. Okay, so while the PXs are about to fire, Bonnie screams out from above, saying like, "Daddy!" Okay, I have to use the daddies because there's like a bunch of PXs that looks like Kuma. You guys get the drill. Anyways, she says, "Daddies, don't shoot us. Instead, help us escape from this place. Please!" Let's see. Bonnie looks down. We did see one of the PX's heads receiving like the sound wave transmission and stuff. And the soldiers from the back are like, "Wait, did you guys hear that? What? Through all this explosions and the buster call and all that? You're out of your mind." Anyways, page 5. Hang on, guys. Give me just a second. Oh, I wish that side popped. Hang on. Oh, that feels so much better. Whew. like I said, I just been recovering from being sick and stuff, and one of the things I'm having is this achiness all over my neck. Anyways, I think that released some tension and stuff, so I'm able to read this a whole lot better. Ugh. Okay. So, what are we on? Oh yeah, page 5. And apparently page 6, because this is a big, page. Huh? Yes! Yes! I knew they'll turn this around! No, they haven't. No, they haven't! Okay. So, the pacifistas just suddenly did like a Uno reverse, where they're just like pointing up at Bonney. Then they point over at the soldiers and the ships, and the soldiers are like, "Wait, why are they turning this way? Why are you guys turning this way? Shouldn't you turn at the people falling from above?" Uh-oh. And the pacifistas just fire at the soldiers and the ships, destroying 3 ships in the process. And the soldiers are just screaming, with one of them just yelling, "Oh no! The PXs! They're going madman! Ah!" Page, I want to say page 7. Yeah, page 7. Oh man, this is getting good. Oh, look at Saturn's face. He's just like, oh no. Okay, so Saturn is just completely shocked by this, and Vegapunk is just watching all this go down as the PXs are just firing down at the soldiers and the ships. All the while, the soldiers are getting blown up left and right. Vegapunk is just thinking in his head, you know, the one worry I always had in the back of my mind was seeing you, Bonney, being killed by the father that you love so much. If you were to be harmed in any way... Oh, I am so sorry. If you were to harm your daughter that you love so much, Kuma, it would have been a great tragedy. Therefore, I inserted a directive to each Kuma duplicate, so that even the highest authority in the world... next page. Page 8. Okay, so one of the pacifistas just destroys an entire ship from an entire ship's deck, just like obliterated it in the process. And we hear Vegapunk in his mind saying like, let's see, but even the highest authority in the world should not be able to, should commend it. Even if the entire world should end up being your enemy, Bonney, I need you to understand that your father will always love you and be on your side. Of course, this selfish wish is of my proxy. And of course that means, as Bonney looks down and Vegapunk bows his head, with him accepting whatever is about to happen, which I will find out on page 9. No! I did not expect that. Like, no! Okay, let me read and I'll tell you guys what's happening. he looks pissed. Okay. So, Vegapunk got impaled from the back by one of Saturn's legs in a gruesome display. Like, blood is just, like, the spider leg is just coming out of his chest and stuff. And you just see blood dripping down. And we hear Vegapunk's mind saying, even though that means I know what's about to happen. And of course, this is what I expected to be the consequences as he pukes up blood. As we see Bonney yelling out, Dr. Vegapunk! And we see Saturn just giving the most angriest look he's ever given, while Vegapunk finishes his monologue. Even though there will be consequences of my own selfish actions. We see Frankie falling down, seeing all this going on as he yells out, No! Vegapunk! No! We then see Saturn ordering Kizaru, like, eliminate them now! And we see, let's see. Yep, light flashing, about to head up there as we go to page 10. I think that's Sanji. Okay, so Kizaru pretty much dashes up and starts firing a bombardment of multiple laser lights. Sanji was able to get up there in time to take the hits for Bonney and partly Kuma, but still, Kuma and Atlas just gets railed, and so does Frankie. Yeah, Frankie as well. We see Sanji, Frankie, and Atlas just, oh man, they just took a major beating. We did see Kizaru using his light sword as he's about to do a downward strike on Kuma, who raises his hand up to try to block the attack. All the while we have Kizaru saying, it's okay, I'm gonna cut the both of you, and it won't hurt, cause I'll do it in a snappy. Do it in a snappy. Do it in a... I'll do it real quick. In a snappy. In a snap. What the heck am I saying? Anyways, Bonnie's not having a dough as she just gives him a dead eye saying, Kizaru! Now then, page 11. There we go, Luffy! Okay, we then start seeing Luffy just laughing his butt off, which caught Kizaru's attention, but that's not the only thing, because a elongated fist, powered up by Haki, just hits Kizaru and slams him into the ground. Bonnie is surprised by this as she sees the hand going back to pretty much the other side of town, or back to where Luffy is at the food machine. And she just hears this laughter and she says, like, Straw Hat? But where? we did see Luffy pretty much laughing his butt off, saying like, "Full tummy, full power." Okay, page 12. I'm having fun now. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, as Luffy screams out, "I'm having a time of my life now!" He is causing the entire island to become rubber and is shaking all over the place. With the Frankie, Atlas, Kuma, Bonney, and Sanji lands down as they are just being bounced by the ground. While Sanji is like, "Hey, you guys alright?" With the, I don't know who says this, but I think it's the soldiers because it's showing like the full view of the island as the island is just like shaking around and stuff. And the soldiers are like, "Hey, Vice Admiral, is that island shaking to you by any chance?" He's like, "What? Ah, who cares about that? Just stop those damn pussy feasters for crying out loud." Okay, sir. Let's see. We cut over to Saturn, who's just like, We see Keezer getting up like, "Oh man, I got a headache now. This ain't being fun at all." Now then, page 13. Okay, I'm also going to read page 14 as well because I've got to see this. I'm sorry, I got tears in my eyes. I'm just so happy. I know, like, I seem like I'm playing it up, but I really ain't. It's just I love this manga so much. Okay, so here we go. Bonnie has gotten over to Vegapunk, and she's just shaking him, being like, "Vegapunk, come on! You gotta get up! They're gonna kill you! Please get up!" However, down to the scrap heap, we see the armored giant, and it is hearing the doom, the dum dum doom, the dum dum doom, the dum dum, and it starts waking up. Bonnie also hears this. As she looks up, it says, "This rhythm." She then remembers back to when Kuma was telling the younger Bonnie, like, "Nika? Yeah, he's my idol. He pretty much appears out of the blue with him just laughing and this rhythm. A rhythm that goes doom da dum dum doom da dum dum as it shows the two of them dancing." Back to the present, Bonnie just looks up while Vegapunk is just looking at her. And in this beautiful one page right here, we see Bonnie looking up at Luffy, who is just laughing his butt off up in the sky like how he did onto the moon back on Wano. All the while this is going on, Vegapunk is telling Bonnie like, "So, you didn't realize it, but you know, I couldn't be sure myself until I saw it. That very same straw hat that your dad has been keeping an eye on is actually Nika, the sun god." She starts shedding a tear as she's like, what? We see a close view of Luffy just smiling. We also see Kuma as he is still got the robot face and stuff, but we could tell inside that he is just happy to see this. I know there's a soul in there, Kuma. I know there is. And we have let's see. What am I saying? Oh yeah. Back over to Vegapunk. He's saying like he was right. This Buster Call, it'll be futile. Cause for centuries, people from all across the world has been waiting for him. Let's see. And uh-oh, looks like the ground beneath him is starting to crumble. No. Okay. Page 15. Okay, I'm gonna have to do 15 and 16 too because this looks like it's gonna be a big one. Charge right. I feel like a kid in the... Whoa, wait, what? They knew? They knew! Okay. Alright. So, on the northeast coast of Egghead, we see this huge, enormous ship just sailing through, pretty much about to crash into some marine ships. The Marines are like, off the northeast coast, there's an enormous ship heading our way. Do you repeat that? Off the northeast coast. Let's see. Some of the soldiers are freaking out, and it's like, oh God, that's them. I thought they fell apart over 100 years ago. What are they doing here? Let's see. We didn't hear two familiar voices saying, should we stop? Nah! Charge them through! And the soldiers are like, but why are they here? Oh God! One of the rear or vice admirals is just like, well, they're coming no matter what, so fire! Blast them through! Even if the giants are here, just keep firing! We did see two familiar faces as they talk to each other, saying, why do they ask, Dory? When all that happens in the world is inevitable, Broggy. We then got this beautiful scene of Dory and Broggy arriving, and they look huge. No, I mean, like, they look huge. Like, they look bigger than the ships. Which, yeah, they're big, but I don't remember them being that big. But anyways, they pretty much start cutting and slicing down the ships and stuff as they're saying to each other, "Ja, ba, 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 ba. We're here for you, Straw Hat." Or should I say, Sun God? All the while the Marines are announcing, a new emergency! The giant pirates have arrived! I repeat, the giant pirates have arrived! Ah! Okay. Let's see. There is no break. Yes! Okay. So, let us go over what we have just saw. Because I still gotta wrap my head around everything that just happened. So, a ship's arriving. Soldiers are trying to capture Luffy while he's going to 5th gear, but obviously it doesn't work. The bombardment is still going on as as Vegapunk is looking up, and Saturn's about to give him the order to fire. But Kuma was able to tell Atlas to tell Bonney something, and she was able to tell the PXs to help him escape the island, pretty much overriding their orders, which is so beautifully did as they start attacking the marine ships. While this is going on, Vegapunk pretty much starts the dialogue in his head like, it will be sad to see you die by your dad's hand, so that's why I put in a new order to where you have the highest authority even beyond the Gorosei. Even if that means me having the consequences afterwards. And unfortunately, Vegapunk got stabbed through by Saturn, and everyone is devastated by this. And Kizaru goes on the attack, and he's about to cut Kuma and Bonney, but luckily Luffy pretty much comes through in the nick of time and punches Kizaru away. And Luffy, while in 5th gear, is starting to affect the entire island, pretty much making it shake. Saturn and Kizaru are caught off guard by this. Let's see. Bonney gets to Vegapunk, and the Iron Giant is about to awaken. This is where Vegapunk reveals to Bonney that Luffy is in fact Nika the Sun God, and she starts tearing up by this. And at the end of the chapter, we see Dory and Broggy arriving to help out Luffy, but they knew that he is Sun God. So, okay, I was gonna ask how they knew, but obviously, since they're a friend of Shanks, it's obvious that he probably keyed the Chinese in on what's going on, because he knows about the devil fruit. There is no denying it at this point. Even if he didn't straight up tell anyone yet, in the panels and stuff, everyone pretty much knows at this point. Let's see. And the fact that we're having Dory and Broggy showing up and helping out the Straw Hats, it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, what does this mean for the next chapter? Well, obviously, we're going to have more of Luffy in his Gear 5 mode going to attack Saturn and Kizaru, most likely. The Straw Hats are going to start to escape. I would believe that the Iron Giant will pretty much awaken at this point and help everyone get off the island. All the while, Dory and Broggy are also helping them out as well, pretty much getting rid as much marine ships as possible before they escape as well. And I say probably in the next 2 or 3, no, maybe that's the thing. With everything going on right now, I could see us staying on Egghead for at least another 5 chapters. Maybe a little more than that, but I don't see us staying there for the next 10 chapters. I mean, if we do, that'll be something, but I highly doubt it. So, plus, we're definitely going to Elbaf after this. I mean, there is no way that we ain't going to Elbaf. So, yeah. So, that's pretty much enough of me geeking out at this point. Because, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, with that, thank you all for coming on this fantastic, wonderful chapter reaction stream. I hope y'all had as much fun as I did. We got to see what's been going on chapter 1106, which is by far a crazy chapter. Please leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that way you're able to see my videos and stuff. Also check me out on Twitter, aka X, as that's where I do my announcements and posts. And check me out on Twitch, as that's also where I do some of my streams. So with that, I bid the show adieu. So long. See ya. Bye-bye. See you later, alligators. Okay, bye. Now then, I gotta walk all the way home. You know what? No, I'm gonna open up a portal in a bit and then go home. Anyways, bye guys.